Oasis Audio presents Every Moment Holy 3 by Douglas Kaine McKelvey. Read for you by Charles Constant, Ramon de Ocampo, Robin Eller, Leon Nixon, and Anne Richardson. Notes on using this book. In the following pages, you will find liturgies for use in a number of different ways. Some are meant to be read by a leader and the people, as in a traditional liturgical service or responsive reading. Others are intended for personal use, either read silently or aloud. And still others may contain multiple speaking parts for use in a group. However, none of these formats should be considered rigid. One might choose to split up a personal liturgy to be read in parts by a group for whom the subject is applicable. And likewise, those liturgies written for a leader and people may be of equal value to the lone reader. Some prayers are written with the intent of daily or routine recitation, and others are for use on special, memorable, difficult, or even tragic occasions. The prayers included in the Liturgies of the Moment section are designed for memorization so that they can be recalled at need. For those wishing to reproduce a liturgy for use with large groups, individual liturgies are available for download at www.everymomentholy.com. Downloads are available for both personal use, such as with family and friends, and public use, such as for church services or public events. Further details are available on the website. It is hoped that the liturgies in this book, no matter how they are used, will serve as prayers to encourage readers in practicing mindfulness of the constant presence of God, and will draw them toward greater recognition of the eternal echoes resounding in every moment of our lives. Many liturgical resources already exist for church ceremonies of communion, baptism, marriage, last rites for a dying person, etc. Those might be found in texts such as the Book of Common Prayer or the Books of Order for various denominations. The prayers in Every Moment Holy are not intended to supplant that wealth of resources created over hundreds of years. Rather, these are offered as supplemental prayers and liturgies for moments not already specifically addressed in those core liturgies of the Church. Those desiring a framework for a baptism service, for instance, are encouraged to look to whichever of those existing resources seem most appropriate to their need. Foreword. It is a point of discussion in some theological circles whether the Greek word liturgia, from which we get our word liturgy, is most accurately translated as the work of the people or the work for the people. I would suggest there might be ample room in the word to encompass both meanings. Because what Christ has done for his people, and what we as his body are to be about in response, are, together, from beginning to end, the work of Jesus for and in and through his people. Jesus has done a good work for us. The Holy Spirit is doing a good work in us. And God equips and calls each of us to go out and do good works, works that he has prepared in advance for us to do, and that he alone, by his power and his Spirit, will bring to completion through us. In this sense, for the child of God, all of life ought to be seen as liturgical, because every part of life is meant to be lived as a facet of our unceasing labor of worship. Our relationships with spouses, parents, children, and friends, our caretaking, our town planning, our art making, our storytelling and music making, our gardening and governing, our baking, our tending and maintenance of things, our greetings and our goodbyes, our learning and studying, our eating and drinking, our contemplations of truth and beauty in the natural world, our labor and leisure, our love, our hope, our loneliness and fear and discouragement, and loss and grief, our repentances and forgivenesses, our hardships and celebrations. All these parts of life are to be lived in view of the work of Christ for us, and in willing surrender to and participation in the ongoing work of Christ in and through us. And herein lies the great mystery of the Church. God does not need us. He could accomplish his labors by divine fiat. Yet it is his good pleasure to labor through us. And this despite our many foibles and failings. He doesn't need our prayers.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?